Frustrated by a lack of action. I want to welcome you to Index Card Insights, episode 50. It's a Monday afternoon, Monday evening now, I guess you could say. And here we are on a Monday evening for another episode of Index Card Insights. We're talking about frustrated by a lack of action today. What am I talking about? I was talking to a fellow internet marketer today, friend of mine, who was frustrated because people who were buying their stuff weren't really taking action on their stuff. Not a lot of them. Not a lot of them were taking action. It was very frustrating. And I really understood where they were coming from because I felt like I'll tell you what, I don't think that any internet marketers out there, I don't think any, not even internet marketers, okay? I don't think that anybody who publishes products online, any kind of how-to books, anything where you teach someone how to do something. I don't think anyone's ever published stuff like that for any length of time and not felt frustration that people weren't doing the stuff they were teaching them to do. I remember when I first wrote this book about how to sell physical books on Amazon years ago now. I uh, I wrote the book, man, and as I was writing this book, teaching people, it's called Broke the Boss. And I was teaching them how to do everything I did with used books and how to make a lot of money with it, right? And when I was writing that book, guys, I felt like, man, I'm going to be a millionaire. I'm changing the world with this book. I thought like it was going to be like the best thing since sliced bread. And when it came out, when I put it out, I sold a few copies here and there. I mean, it was fine, but it wasn't like I thought. It wasn't like the big surprise hit that I thought it was gonna be. And what I learned was, hey man, a lot of people don't take action on the stuff that you create and sell. A lot of people buy your stuff and don't take action on it, right? And that's a hard lesson to learn. That's you know, but I'm sure that some people watching this are on the other side of that. And I'm sure that most of us have bought things that we didn't take action on. And I guess maybe I'm speaking to the internet marketers out there right now who create products and sell them and get frustrated that people don't take action on the stuff they're selling. I can give you three insights on this, okay? Just to help you put it in perspective a little bit, all right? The first one is you got to always be aware of the customer journey. Okay. You see, anybody can buy your product, right? Anybody can buy your product, but people are on different levels of the customer journey, right? You got the people out there who just get free stuff. That's all they do. They're looking for free stuff, and that's the only stuff they consume. But then they might graduate to buying low ticket stuff, right? That's where they're at on the customer journey. They've graduated to buying low ticket stuff. But you got to keep in mind, just because someone's committed to giving you $10 for an info product, that doesn't mean they've committed their life to acting out what's in that info product. Some of it might fall back on you as a product vendor. Did you not convince them thoroughly that this is worth their time? A lot of people will spend $10 on something just to see what's in the box. That doesn't mean they've committed their precious time to acting out this venture. You know what I mean? That's something different, you know? Especially if you got like a blind sales page, you're not really telling them what's in there. You're building that curiosity. There's nothing wrong with that. But people will pay you $10 to see what's in there, and then they'll decide if they want to do it, right? And then there's other people who'll pick up your product and they'll decide if this fits into their thing. Maybe they'll use parts of it, but not all of it. They're kind of like the organic chef. You ever notice like chefs, you give them a recipe and they never follow it? They always got to add something or take away something from it. They never just follow it to the T. Like a normal guy like me, I look at a recipe on the back of the box, man, I'm following it to the T. I got to do everything exactly like what that recipe says. But a natural born chef is not going to follow the recipe on the back of the box. They're going to look at that and they're like, all right, I got it. They're going to put the box away and they're going to kind of mix a little bit of this and mix a little bit of that. And they're kind of going to do their own thing. And amazingly, a lot of times it comes out better than what mine comes out, following the box exactly. I'm not a natural born chef, but the point is, you got people in various stages of the customer journey buying your stuff. And all those people aren't necessarily going to take action on what you're selling. Okay. Big Mike Hurd in the house. What's up, man? Good to see you, Mike. Hope you're doing well on this fine Monday afternoon, man. So what's my second insight for you on people not taking action on your stuff? It's this, right? It's your baseball card collection. Big Mike says, I finally caught you in a live. Yeah, man, here we are. Here we are. We're rocking it live, dude. We're rocking it live. My second insight is it's your baseball card collection. And I think um a lot of internet marketing people, a lot of product vendors, Big Mike says, all good. We got to talk later. We do, man. We got to get together and talk, dude, for sure. So a lot of people say, they lose sight of it, People put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into their info products. They put it together. They're really proud of it and they put it out there. But they lose sight of the fact that once you put it out there, it kind of belongs to the world a little bit. People buy it and they do what they want to do with it. You know what I mean? It's your baseball card collection. I remember my dad got me into baseball cards when I was just a kid, all right? And man, I was meticulous with these baseball cards. Okay. I put them in sheets. I traded them with my friends, but my baseball cards were like, I had them down, right? I had some of them like in big plastic hard cases, you know, and I took care of them. But my dad told me these stories about when he was a kid. He used to clip them to the back of his bicycle tires so it made a noise and sounded like a motorcycle, like bah, 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 bah. That's how they took care of their baseball cards back in the 50s, I guess. They didn't really worry about it too much. But I guess I couldn't believe it. When he told me that, I was like, whoa, I was shocked, and I was thinking, wow, how much would those cards be worth today? But like when I think back on it, I'm like, yeah, it doesn't really matter, does it? It's your collection. So it's your baseball card collection. Whether you want to strap it to the back of your bike tires or whether you want to like lock it in a vault or something, it doesn't really matter. It's your stuff. Okay. So it's kind of like that with products that we create too. I mean, we create it, we love it, we put our heart and soul into it, then we put it out there for people. They're going to do what they're going to do with it, man. They're going to do what they're going to do with it. It's their baseball card collection after that. It's not ours anymore. It's almost like, and like you can't like betray that, right? You can't get mad at them because it's theirs. They bought it. They can do what they want to do with it. You can't get mad at them. Like, who tried to betray that really bad? I was reading this biography about George Lucas a while back. And George Lucas, when he went to make the prequels, we're talking about the guy who made Star Wars. You guys probably know who I'm talking about. So he made the original trilogy, but then when he went to make the next trilogy, the prequels, right? He was never satisfied with the original trilogy. He was never satisfied with it. They didn't give him enough money to do the original trilogy. He was never satisfied with it. So when he had the money when he was doing the prequels, and he wanted to go back and he made these new edits to the original films. And like he wanted the new edits that he made to the original films, he wanted those to be the final cuts on he didn't want the originals to be around anymore. He wanted his new versions to be the originals, right? And that really made fans mad, man. It made them mad. People pieced together the original theatrical releases and they put them up on the internet for download. So there's these different versions of the original movies online for download because you can't buy them from Disney or from George Lucas or whatever. You can't buy those originals anymore. And it's just like one of those things where it's almost like he betrayed what he put out there to the public. It's like you put it out there for them and they fell in love with it, right? And then 20 years later, you wanted to change everything around, but they liked the originals, man. They liked it the way it was. Anyways, the point is, we create this stuff, we put our hearts and souls into it, but once we put it out there, a part of it belongs to the public. You know what I mean? Sure, we still own the copyright to it, but a part of it belongs to them now, man. You know what I mean? I bought this little ebook a long time ago. I feel like it changed my life. It was called Membership Sites That Make Money. It was by Perry Belcher, and I've talked about it tons of times. I'm sure you guys have probably heard me talk about it before. But like Perry Belcher owns that book. But you know what? I'm linked to that book, man. I feel like a part of that book belongs to me, man. That book is part of my story. That book is part of my history, man. And it's just like Star Wars, and it's just like anybody else who buys an info product. It's theirs, man. Like they bought it, it's a part of their story. We can't get mad at them if they just bought it to collect it, Man, I was releasing all these newsletters, and I still release newsletters every month. Man, there's people on my list, they just collect my newsletters. They might not do anything with them. They collect them. They're collecting them. They just want all of them. They just want all of them. It's like a collection. Hey, I'm not going to get mad at those people, man. They want to collect them. What's the problem with that? People buy things for different reasons. Not everybody is going to take action on every little thing. And that's just the way it is, man. So that's my second insight for you is your baseball card collection. Do what you want to do with it, man. That's how I look at it. Mike Hurd in the house, he knows what I mean. He knows what's up. What's my third insight? All right. Here's the third insight because I think vendors can get a little arrogant sometimes. We can get a little full of ourselves sometimes. We create these products, we get a little full of ourselves. But here's the bottom line. It takes more than flour to make a cake, okay? So when I give you an information product, that's the equivalent of flour. But you know what? It takes more than flour to make a cake, all right? It takes more than that, man. It takes more than information to get something done, right? What about the hunger? What about the ambition, right? What about the time management? What about like getting up in the morning and saying, you know what, man, forget it. I got to get this done today, man. I don't care what else happens, dude. I'm getting this done today. What about that? What about if you don't understand something in that information product, you got to run off to YouTube to find some videos to help you understand something better? What if you got to check out a book from the library? What if you have to order a book online because, you don't understand something? You need a more in-depth explanation. Who did all that? Who did all that? You did all that. That had nothing to do with my info product. So, you did all that. That takes a lot. It takes more than just flour to make a cake. It takes more than flour to make a cake. You must follow the recipe. Absolutely right, Mike. You got to follow the recipe. And you know what? My info product's not the only ingredient. It takes more than my info product to make it happen, right? And I think that product vendors lose sight of that. They get mad that people don't take action. But look, man, you did your part. You gave them the ingredient they needed, right? Now it's up to them to put the other ingredients in there to make that cake. That's all there is to it. And you can't get mad at them because it's their baseball card collection. They can do whatever they want with it, man. So that's kind of the way I look at it. And I think that's how we got to look at it when we create stuff and put it out there into the world, man. It's, it's overbearing of us to think otherwise. I mean, we make it, we try to do the best we can. We know it's not perfect, but it's the best we can. And we put it out there and hope it helps people. And that's it, man. That's it. Big Mike says, that's why I still love your affiliate command. Oh, man, blast from the past, dude. Blast from the past. Mike's talking about a product I put out years ago called Affiliate Command. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. But yeah, man, anyways, look, those are my 3 insights on people not taking action on our products. It's not the end of the world, right? It's like they can do what they want to do with it. Maybe they did take action on it, Maybe they did take action on it. Maybe their action was collecting that thing. They collect your stuff, man. Take it as a compliment, man. Anyways, listen, if you liked what I had to say today, be sure to get over to epicconversions.com. Check out my 12 secrets. That's my new free special report. I put it out there just for you guys. It's all about artificial intelligence and how to succeed in this new era of high technology. Comes with a giveaway license. So you got to get it, man. It's got utilitarian value. You got to love it. Okay, so get over there and check it out. And if you didn't like what I had to say today, I thank you for listening that long. And I'll see you tomorrow for another episode of Index Card Insights. Peace, guys.